Looks like we are ready to go. Flooded Strand, cracking it. And a Volcanic Island.
Yes, sir.
I do have an initial.
And Delver.
So I'll sacrifice the Retro Fitter, get painted.
Scalding Tarn, fetch, ponder.
Okay, so sacrifice Retro Fitter. Sure. Yeah, play it out. Got painter, naming black. It's Stifle.
I don't have two removal.
Summon tap out.
Is there any brainstorm? I don't think I have Bounce, but
You haven't pondered yet.
I have not. I just shuffle for the fetch.
no, I don't have mana for doubles.
Yeah, you would need to like brainstorm with the Simian Spirit Guide double gold.
Yeah, I need to be on the play to stop the mom.
That's what's so sort of potent
Good.
about the deck against Delvers. Any combination of two creatures
Trigger.
is just so dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the mom. I mean,
Alright, Brainstorm revealed on top. Delver flips into Insectile Aberration, and the Brainstorm's getting cast.
Because Mom with Canada shuts off removal spells, Mom with Painful, and so protects combo or beat. Yeah.
So Sam has been switching it up week to week. We've seen Sam on Oops. We've seen Sam on 4-color control with Lutri, which is, you know, a fun brew. Here on Delver. There's probably other decks I'm not thinking of, but much like myself, Sam likes to switch it up. Keep people guessing. I don't like being the player that everybody sits down with and you know what I'm playing round one. I don't like that. John Don is here, says Dungeon Stompy was highlighted on Goldfish. I'm glad to see the deck is going mainstream. Yes. The Initiative Dungeon Stompy deck that we highlighted months ago and have been telling people for months to get copies of the Initiative creatures. We were right. It's a real thing.
I'll pass to you.
All right. Yeah, here's Master Force of Phil. Prismatic Ending did its job on the Delver.
Enrageous Channeler.
Yes.
Ponder trigger.
Yep.
All right. Ponder Surveil throws a Wasteland into the graveyard. Yes, very nice altars on Phil's side. Misty Rainforest comes in. Akira Borg, thanks for the sub. First month for Akira. Thank you, thank you. Storm counts at 8. That's a lot of storm. And here's a brainstorm. Hype Train Conductor at the end of your turn says, do most players in Legacy double sleeve? I would say so. I would say that most Legacy players double sleeve.
Pregame action.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Tundra Pass. Cracking Misty Rainforest on the end step, it looks like. Predict and response.
Oh, Ponder.
Goes in exile.
Right.
Yep.
Plain.
Seems like Sam's waiting, thinking about rather an opportunity to daze here. Yep, Cervelle. It's a Force of Will into the graveyard. Puts the Vulcan hand.
Touch.
Okay, and then activate this. Sure.
And now fetching from the Misty Rainforest.
To play a wasteland.
Kira says, thank you. Love that I can always rely on your channel for high quality paper legacy. Thank you. And thank you for the sub, and thank you for being here. It wouldn't be possible without everybody being here to watch and sub and hang out. Savior, thanks for the resub with Prime. 8 months for Savior, making Jeff Bezos pay for it. Appreciate that. Thank you, Savior.
I tap, I roll.
Wheels McGee's, thanks for the sub with Prime. Another one making Jeff Bezos pay for it, which I love. Storm count is at 9, and a hype train has just started on my channel. I've been alerted. Sub, gift, or use bits to have a shot at the hype train conductor. We see hype train conductor at the end of your turn is in the chat. Might be on the verge of losing it already.
Oh wait, shit. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Savior says, keep up the great content. Chris, thank you. I will. I will do my best. All right, expressive iteration resolving here for Sam. For Sam. Wheel says, loving your work, sir. Thank you. Thank you for all the love, everybody. Appreciate that.
This and this.
Thank you for being here.
Combat.
At the end of your turn, just gifted a sub. First gift sub for at the end of your turn. That's a new badge. Thank you, thank you. LFG, yeah. Level 1 complete. Where's this hype train going to go? It's hype now in the chat.
Step, I'm gonna flash in a dress down. I will crack this.
So trigger these two.
So I'm gonna pay.
Yeah, Force of Phil's jacket. Force of Phil is a stylish dude.
Yeah, there it is.
And there it is, as Sam just says. There it is. Triumph of St. Catherine comes down.
This is.
I don't know if the mana cost is paid there. Hold on. Or I guess it's getting miracled. Okay, now it's being cast.
I'm gonna unholy heat the other.
Triumph of St. Catherine is officially on the stack. Sam does not have a wasteland for the Flooded Strand for the day's trick.
A brainstorm.
Three.
We are on the edges of our seats. We all had to read. Here's Force of Will on Triumph. The Surveil trigger will resolve before Force of Phil responds. Fetching a response to Force of Will. Cracking Flooded Strand. Getting a Tundra. So a counterbalance might be on the verge of happening here over this Triumph of St. Catherine. Force pitching counterbalance. And looks like Triumph of St. Catherine is going to resolve. Delver trigger now resolves, revealing Unholy Heat. All right, so Unholy Heat can hit Triumph. Of course, it'll get shuffled into the top of the deck, which Force of Phil will now resolve. Okay, the Surveil happens first. So they're just doing this in order. Didn't really matter that much, but Triumph getting shuffled into the top 7 cards of Phil's library and getting placed back on top. Expressive. Good card. Puts a Ponder into the graveyard. So we had to read back in 2020 the blog posts and the tweets and the MySpace posts, the Facebook posts. Your favorite Facebook groups, your favorite Discords were going nuts. They were angry and upset and crying about Universes Beyond. And now, on behalf of the Legacy community, I would like to thank Wizards of the Coast for Universes Beyond. It has brought us Triumph of St. Catherine and happiness, everybody. And Minsk and Boo. Right, everybody? Are we happy now? Does anybody care? Nobody cares. Phil down to 4 here in game 1.
I mean, I had second point I had second point
Talking myself.
There wasn't like a full.
Counterbalance.
If I had a bolt in hand, had it paid bolt the painter, and then melted me down. Oh my god. And the
Swords on Dragon's Rage channel. That's getting days, and that's game. All right. So Triumph of St. Catherine getting countered appeared to be the key there in game 1. Drawing up hands here for game 2.
I don't think they, in my opinion.
Cracking Scalding Tarn, and here's Portent. High Train complete, 4 subs. Thank you, everybody.
I think that's dumb though, because I feel like
If you unlocked any emotes, please share them in the chat. We'd love to see them.
I feel like getting a
You don't know how to do the hype stuff. Yeah, it takes some figuring out. Schwoods, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Akir says, I need to find a Legacy event local to play in. Find it. Or jumpstart it yourself. We talk a lot about community building on this channel and on our Discord server. It does take some effort. You can't just barge into your local game store and whoever's standing behind the counter, the clerk, just be like, yeah, next week can you put on the calendar Legacy for Wednesday nights? It's just not how it works. It's community building, and it's a lot of work. Use the internet to community build, use Discord, use Facebook groups. Get a gathering together. Make it worth your local game store's time to host the events if that's the location you want to have the get-togethers. And make it happen, everybody. Island then pass. Thanks for the follow. Welcome.
Blind Man, Unstable Mutation.
Yeah.
Bulletin boards, print a flyer. Yeah. I don't know if that works, but maybe. Maybe on a college campus or something. Found your friends on Craigslist. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but that sounds funny. Be careful finding friends on Craigslist, everybody. I don't know if that's a great idea. Yeah, I don't want to get into the whole proxy discussion all over again. We've done it many times on this channel. But if proxies work for your play group and wherever you're looking to have a Legacy event, go for it. I'll just say that. Yeah. If you fire with at least 16 players 6 weeks in a row, I will come visit. Yeah. Let's just say that and see what happens. We're going to need a lot more Twitch subs, tell you that. All right, here's Dragon's Rage Channeler. Prismatic ending on Dragon's Rage Channeler happening here.
Bobble.
And it is gone, it looks like. A fetch here for Phil.
Crack it. You. I'll play Mystic Sanctuary tapped. And I'll pass to you. I'll keep a draw.
Let me cast the counterbalance.
I drop it here.
Red source?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you have Delirium? I do. And I will
Once the counterbalance is on the stack, I have 3 cards for each turn.
target DRC.
Question.
Counterbalance resolves here for Phil. Counterbalance pretty good against Delver. They do have a lot of ones in the deck. Fetch here for Sam.
Getting rid of everything but my bobble.
Sam gets an island.
Yes, Murktide Regent.
It's going to be an end step for well, so
Trigger is on the stack.
Okay.
Want to resolve it?
I'm debating whether or not the Temporal Mastery is on top of my deck.
Pass to you.
that's it.
All right, here's Murktide hitting the battlefield. It's a 4/4.
Cast bonding.
Counterbalance not the best at countering Murktides, as Phil was joking about there, about potentially having Temporal Mastery, which is a 7 on top. All right, cutting the deck. Going to Phil's turn.
Melt you down for
Mystic Sanctuary pass. Murktide will be a quick clock. Not the largest Murktide, but Expressive Iteration.
Pretty good.
Reveals Predict on top with Counterbalance, and it is countered.
Well,
So we'll see if Sam takes advantage here and fires off a 1-drop. All right, Expressive Iteration going back on top. That pumps Murktide. That's pretty good. Attacking for 5. Speeds up the clock just a bit more.
I'm going to attempt to cast this target.
This channel's called 90s MTG, but Murktide is from 2021. Yes.
do we know what the card's on top? That might not have been wise, but I got a counter, so it was off.
Expressive Iteration.
Yeah.
All right, Predict removes the Expressive Iteration off the top. And Sam realizing now, I think that we knew about the Predict, but players not writing anything down probably got forgotten there, and the Expressive Iteration was vulnerable to Predict.
I will pass turn.
I think it was revealed earlier on Counterbalance, if I'm not mistaken. So a small misplay there from Sam, I think. Attacking for 4 with Murktide. 5, actually. Fell down to 7. Could be with a Bolt 1 turn left. Bolts probably get sided out in some number in sideboarding here. Triumph of St. Catherine, Miracle Trigger on the stack. Now being cast. And it'll resolve. Murktide could, of course, fly over it and bolt Phil's face here to end the game. Let's see. Counterbalance does make things interesting. We're about to hit an ad break here if you're watching live. Apologies for that. So Sam trying to figure out this this turn. John Don Juan, thanks for the follow. Welcome. All right, playing a Volk. Tapping 6. What could this be? Oh, a Murktide. Okay. grows the other Murktide by 1 into a 6/6. Mystical Dispute on the second Murktide will resolve. Attacking for 6 now with Murktide is Sam. Phil goes down to 1. Needs to attack with Triumph here and gain back a life, but it's not enough life to live unless Phil swords their own Triumph. Or if Phil has a way to remove this Murktide. And that's a fist bump, and that's game. Good games. Some bling here from Jade Stock. We were talking about 8cast earlier.